Hi, I'm Chris, owner-operator of Ready Set Game here in Indian Harbor Beach, Florida. We've been here for 5 years specializing in retro video gaming, card games like Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh!, and board games as well. When I started Ready Set Game 5 years ago, it had always been my intention to run and operate a video game store. It's always been a passion of mine. When I was young, I started gaming and got my first Nintendo console when I was 4 years old. It was something that I had never let go of, and when I first started working, my first job was at a local video game store, much like the one that I have here today. I wanted to do something that was different than the other game stores were doing. I wanted a selection of unique games and consoles, something that was fun and exciting and kind of opened up the nostalgia in people when they came in, almost as if they were walking into a time capsule. I would say that our target demographic here is 18 to 36. It's guys like me who grew up playing this exact stuff. And they decided that one day they wanted to recapture a little bit of their childhood, so they did. And how they were able to do that is by finding the games and replaying them, and that's what we offer here. A place that you can go and find games that you grew up with, and actually get those games and bring them home with you and enjoy a little bit of your childhood. It's so much more than just purchasing a video game. It's more of a feeling that you're tapping into. That's really what we're doing here, is an emotion, a feeling, nostalgia. When you buy a used game, you're talking about spending anywhere from $2.99 and up, and if you get even just a few hours out of a video game, if you've only spent $5–10 on it, it's well worth it. If you were to go through any other kind of medium, like for instance a movie, you would be sitting there, $10 a ticket. If you're going with two people, $20 right there. You've got popcorn at $5–6, and drinks and things like that. Before you know it, you've spent $50 at the movie theater for about 2 hours of entertainment. Whereas with a video game, you can spend $10 on a game, get 60, 100 hours, even beyond that. So the value is incredible that you're getting with a video game as opposed to other forms of media as well. So a lot of times people will come in here and ask, well, how do you get all these games? Do you go out garage sailing? Do you guys go online and pick up your inventory? And the answer is no. We're very busy. We simply don't have time. What people do is they come in here and actually bring us the games that they want to sell us. Sometimes people just want to come in, they want to sell their games cash, and we're perfectly fine with that. Some people just want to take their older games like these Nintendo, Super Nintendo, whatever GameCube games, and trade it towards the latest and greatest system, whether it be Nintendo Switch or an Xbox One or PS4. These are things that you can do yourself. You can come into the store with your games and consoles, Magic the Gathering cards, Pokemon cards, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, whatever the case may be. You can bring them in and either get cash or store credit, just kind of depending on what you're after. When you first come into the store, you're going to be greeted with our retro video game selection. Over here you can find our Sega Genesis, Dreamcast, Sega Saturn games. You can find our Super Nintendo and regular Nintendo games. You've got your GameCube, your Nintendo 64, and also your PlayStation 1 games over here. This is going to be the meat and potatoes of what it is that we really do here. Around the store you can find some other areas where you can find retro video games. Sometimes they're in the cases over here because they're rare, popular games. We've got Atari games out here as well, Coleco, television. So if you're into old retro video games, we really are the spot locally for you to find that kind of game and gaming equipment. So beyond the retro game section that I showed you earlier is our new releases. This is where we're going to have our PlayStation 4 and soon to be PlayStation 5, Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, things of that nature. We also have our sealed retro games over here as well, and this could range from anything from original PlayStation and PS2 to PSP to Xbox to whatever it is that might get traded in. We also have behind me as well some complete in-box Super Nintendo and Nintendo games, some interesting stuff like Atari Jaguar as well, and Sega 32X. This is the section where you would find all of that stuff. Behind me is our brand new accessories. This is where you can find your controllers ranging from Nintendo and Super Nintendo all the way up to current with PlayStation 4 and Xbox One and Switch. You can also find your HDMI and AV cables, component cables, and even AV to HDMI converters behind me as well. One of the most exciting things that we do beyond video games here at Ready Set Game is our trading card section. We carry specifically Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Pokemon, and the brand new Flesh and Blood trading card game as well. We also play these games in store. Behind me we have our section of booster packs for all the aforementioned games. We also have above me here our card folders, deck boxes, sleeves, dice, whatever it is that you need accessory-wise for your games to play. We have those as well. In front of me here, we have cases of single cards. These are where you come in. You can actually bring your cards in to trade for other cards or cash. It's a very exciting section of the store. We constantly have people over here buying, selling, trading, playing the card games. Our employees are also very excited to give you a demo if you don't know how to play the game, or maybe if it's slow one day, you can catch them playing a game as well. Also, generally, we have customers here that are playing and hanging out, and they would be more than welcome to give you a crash course in whatever game you choose. Behind me we have our role-playing and board game section. This is our newest section of Ready Set Game. To my left here is our Dungeons and Dragons section. We have figurines, paints, books, things of that nature to help you start getting your role-playing games started. Over here we have our board game section behind me, and to my right, these are games that you can just purchase right out from the shelf. And then over to the right over here where you can't see off camera is our demo table. We actually have board games that we sell here opened up and ready to go for you and your friends. Generally, there's going to be tables in front of me. We showed you those earlier with the trading card games, where you can come over here, get with some friends, try the games before you buy, and then like I said earlier, you can come behind me here and purchase the games. One of the things that our store offers beyond just video gaming is card game tournaments. Primarily, we're focused on Magic the Gathering and Yu-Gi-Oh! We do also offer Pokemon as well, and we are starting up as a Flesh and Blood trading card game store as well. These are all the different card games that we actually play in store and do sell as well. These are games that you can come here pretty much any day of the week when we're running tournaments. For that information, please follow us on Facebook. That's where you can get all of our updates on tournament schedule. That's facebook.com/Ready Set Game Store. That'll take you right to our page, and we'll update you whenever we make changes to tournaments or anything of that nature. And that's when you can find out, when we're actually running the tournaments and playing these games that you love to collect and build decks for. Behind me here we have our Nintendo Wii, Nintendo Switch, Wii U, Xbox One, PS4, PS3, Xbox 360, and then generally this section has some shelving in it that'll have your PlayStation 2, original Xbox, Nintendo DS and 3DS, and just about every other Game Boy and Game Boy Advance game that you can imagine here, as well as some small anime statues, Nintendo plushes, and things of that nature. Whether you're looking for original Nintendo games, a Nintendo Switch, or those statues or plushes or Magic the Gathering and Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh!, we've got you covered here. We really are Brevard's one-stop gaming shop here in Indian Harbor Beach. We wish we could show you more of the store. We don't have enough time to show you everything that we have, but we hope that you will come in and check us out for yourself and see everything that we have to offer, and allow us to also wow you with our customer service as well. We appreciate you shopping local, and thank you so much for coming on this video tour with us.